And welcome back to the 78th Annual Columbus Day Parade here on ABC 7. Thank you for Newscapter 7. John Del Giorno, beautiful shot of Ellis Island. That is where so many tens and tens of thousands of immigrants came through. This is where our names got misspelled, everybody, right there. How many Giuseppes were spelled Giuseppe? And, of course, they were afraid.
They spelt it wrong.
No, and they were afraid, of course. They just wanted to get into America.
Right.
They didn't want to tick off anybody at the booth. It was, you spelled Giuseppe Franco? Okay, whatever,
Yeah.
I'm here.
And often they were laborers, right? They were bricklayers. I mean, I know Carmine Bartiromo, my grandfather, was a bricklayer, construction worker. But on the manifest, when I read through who was on the ship, largely laborers or bricklayers, and they came with what? $10, $12 in their pocket?
Thank you for saying that.
When my grandfather came over, quickie story, because my grandfather was known to have every penny he ever made. God rest his soul. Grandpa came over on the manifest. It said that he had $20 in his pocket, that it was crossed off and it was $50. He kept his mouth shut when he came over. Grandpa, rest your soul.
Well, he had a lot of money to have
Yes, he
$50.
did. And he was
Carmine
only
had
like
$12.
16. There you go.
Yeah, and Carmine was 13. That's absolutely. They
That's
came
the way.
very young.
Today, you'd have to be 50 to be in the same mindset that they were.
So grateful to them.
Amen.
So grateful.
They brought us here. That's it. Let's go over to Sandra Bookman, who's along the route right now. Who are you talking to right now, Sandra?
We are here with the Senator, Francesca Alderisi, who is a familiar face here for the parade. Thank you for coming every year. What is it you love so much about being part of this?
I came here as TV host because this is my real job. I just ended my senator moment these 5 years. You know, I find that America is such a great multicultural country, and New York is an incredible, beautiful melting pot. So I'm in love for all the parades because I think they represent the culture, the pride, the roots. We don't have to forget from where we come from. But as an Italian, I love particular way this parade. That is the Parade of Italy, the parade where Italian American can show in a very proudly way what they achieve and the contribution that they gave to this country. I can never forget the first time I joined this parade. I came back in Italy and I was so impressed because in Italy we don't have something like that I started to talk with all my friends in my TV shows. And so I felt really in love with this parade. For me, it's a moment of beauty, seeing the Fifth Avenue. Look at that, with all the colors of our flag.
It's a party. What is it when your friends at home ask you about this parade and the experience of being in New York on Columbus Day? What do you tell them?
Yes, because Italians are very curious. You know, now with the social, we post a lot of pictures, video. I want to make them understand, and this is the main point, that it's not only the moment of the music, of the dancing. Here we are bringing our heritage. And if I can give a message, please, to all my followers, the oldest one, the one that perhaps today couldn't move from the house, being there, they are watching me from TV. I want to say it even in Italian, grazie, because all what we are doing here couldn't be possible if you had not come to America to make this country so exceptional, beautiful, powerful. And I think that Italian brought to America a great contribution. We love America, but America loves Italian too.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful message. Grazie to you.
My city, Naples.
Yes. Forza Napoli sempre.
Viva l'America, viva l'Italia, and we are so proud. Ciao.
Thank you, Francesca Alderisi. Back to you guys.
Oh, isn't that amazing? And just a great representation in the United States. She represents all the Italian Americans here, or the Italians who are in America, I should say, the Italian citizens who are currently in the United States. And she is a senator, an elected senator from Italy.
Columbus Citizens
What's going on in
Foundation.
Italy right now?
Yes,
Their own
with a
government.
new prime minister in Italy right
Yes.
Maloney, yeah. I was
Giorgia
right there
Maloney.
when that happened. Interesting. Columbus Citizens Foundation, how about that? They got their own float, which
There
is
is
great.
their float,
And we
yeah.
just saw the float from the Diocese of Brooklyn and Queens.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we had
yeah.
Monsignor Jamie
Yeah,
Gigatello,
Oh,
who
dude,
used
he's
to
great.
he used to be a chef. He's a singer, and he's a Monsignor, all singing "Sweet Caroline" as he's coming down on the
He was
float.
having
Was he
fun.
singing?
Yes,
great.
that's Jamie.
Gosh.
You think of it, because and by the way, have you ever had his food?
No,
Just saying.
I never have. He's
I'm
a
just
great
saying.
chef, a great chef.
An
you're right.
amazing chef, Monsignor J. So you see that you get your religion and you get your nourishment both ways out. That's a good thing.
Can you believe this weather? 65 degrees
Can't
in
beat
New
it.
York today. This is amazing. The red carpet is amazing. We're going to see some more red carpet acts later.
And yes, we have a lot to come actually coming up here. And it's just so fun to be outside. You know, it's the pandemic. People were so cooped up over the years.
Yeah,
it's nice to
that's
be
what it
out
is.
again and forced. Last year, people were still a little trepidatious, I think. And now people are really coming out in force. So
And
it's
Chris,
just good to see.
Loyacono was saying that down there at the earlier blocks of the parade, it's like eight lines deep.
Beautiful.
People have really come out today.
We have Giada Valenti, who's been doing everything, singing, presenting. We have her now on the parade route as well. What do you have for us, Giada?
Well, I'm not cooking, Joe. I actually am here to introduce the next performer, a dear friend of mine, and it's warming up at the parade. Well, she grew up in Westchester in an Italian household. She was influenced by the Italian music, musical theater, and jazz, and made her a very unique singer. And she has a new CD actually coming out October 21st called Jazzy Italian, where she paid tributes to all the contribution of the Italian and Italian American in the jazz music. She gives a little glimpse of what the CD is going to be about, singing a beautiful rendition, jazzy rendition of Domenico Modugno classic Italian song Volare. Signori e signori, la bellissima Vanessa Racci.
Penso che un sogno così non ritorni mai più. Mi dipingeva le mani e la faccia di blu. Poi d'improvviso veniva dal vento rapido e incominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito. Volare, oh, cantare, wow. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. E volavo felice più in alto da sole e ancora più su. Mentre il mondo più piano spariva lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. Volare, wow. Cantare, wow. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. We can sing in the glow of the star that I know where the lovers enjoy peace of mind. Let us leave the confusion and all disillusion behind. Just like birds of a feather or rainbow together we'll find. Volare, wow, cantare, wow. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù.
Volare! To fly, volare. Oh, grazie a lei. Che bella. How wonderful was
Really,
that? What a great
That was
present.
very well done.
Great song rendition of that song too. You know, and we've been talking about all the contributions of Italian Americans and Italians specifically as they came to America before they officially became Italian American. Well, many Americans might be surprised to know that some of the most iconic U.S. landmarks, including the Lincoln Memorial, among others, the statue of Abraham Lincoln that is there in Washington, they were created by Italian artisans. They actually chiseled that.
Yep.
It was a family of gifted stonemasons from Italy who executed Daniel Chester French's vision of the spectacular statue of Lincoln that so many people pose in front of, march in front of. The Piccirilli brothers, handiwork. It's a number of brothers all came over and did all this. Can be seen all over the eastern seaboard, including right here in New York City.
My name is Eduardo Montes Bradley. I'm a filmmaker, a writer, and a photographer. In the mid-1880s, the Italians came to America, 4 million of them. And amongst those 4 million came several distinguished sculptors forged in the best academies in Rome. That is the case of the Piccirilli. The Piccirillis were masters of their craft. Giuseppe Piccirilli, the patriarch of the Piccirilli family, had been director of the School of Fine Arts in Rome. And there were sculptors, and there were stone carvers, and there were engineers on the Lincoln Memorial. If you want to find the Piccirillis in New York, all you gotta do is go to the public library, and you're gonna see the 2 lions, famed lions. Those lions are a trademark of New York City. But one thing you're not gonna find there is the Piccirilli's signature. You're not gonna find it either at the Lincoln Memorial. And the response was very clear. We can't have the name of an Italian attached to the 16th president of the United States. They were discriminated for being immigrants. They were discriminated for being Italians. Not all of the Piccirilli work is unsigned. If you look at the USS Maine, that one is signed. The same thing happens with the Fireman's Memorial in Riverside. So yes, they were able to leave their signature behind, but most importantly, they were able to leave their artwork behind.
And you were looking live at the FDNY. I was just talking about the Fireman's Memorial. Then it was called the Fireman's Memorial. We would say the Firefighters Memorial for the men and women who are now in the fire department, of course, FDNY. But that was the Piccirilli brothers. And you just take it for granted. You walk past all these beautiful monuments and statues. Somebody created that with their hands.
Such craftsmanship, such talent, Ken, absolutely. And you really have to take note of so much infrastructure in America came from Italian artisans.
Absolutely.
Love it.
It's very true. Looking at the FDNY coming by, and great to see everybody. I mean, when I think of 9/11, you know, with such sadness, but the bravery of the FDNY, losing 343 firefighters on that day, yet they just persevere every single day to keep this city safe. God bless the FDNY.
God
bless you. How are you?
Yeah. And they can't say no. When crises happen, they're there. They can't. They're the ones that run it.
I tell this story all the time. On 9/17, 2001, that was the Monday after the 9/11 disaster. The markets were closed for the rest of the week, remember, but on September 17th, the markets reopened, and Dick Grasso at the New York Stock Exchange had the fire department, the NYPD, the senators, the Congress, the governor, the mayor. They were all there on the podium to ring the opening bell. And I remember being on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, looking up at the podium, and I thought, well, we're all in mourning, we're all down and out, we can't believe what just happened, but I'm looking at those fire department men and women, and I'm saying, we will survive and we will rise again. They gave us the strength and optimism to know that we had to carry on. They ran into the buildings when we were running out. Thank God for the FDNY and the NYPD and all of the first responders that save us.
And it was Dick Grasso, if I may, along with Ken Langone and Joe Grano, our mutual friend, and they said, well, don't open the stock exchange so quickly because you didn't want it to crash. You forget it stopped. Or wait until after the weekend, right, Maria? You were down there, and they waited after the weekend, and America came back bigger and better than ever.
That's right, following Monday.
And you have to wonder if there's another country on the planet that could be so resilient.
Great point. Great point,
this country
Ken.
did.
Great point.
You know, you could try to knock us down all you want, and hopefully it'll never happen again. But fortunately, we are built by people. This fabric, this incredible society that we have, the experiment that keeps on going and keeps on.
Danny Rosado in the house, baby. Look out.
Preach it. All right, we are going to be back in just a moment. Don't go away. Please join us in just 2 minutes from now for the 78th Annual Columbus Day Parade, the Columbus Citizens Foundation here in New York City on ABC 7.